Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Learn. I'm your Excel instructor. Guys, today we'll be covering Worksheet Event Macros through VBA. Guys, what is event? Let's understand this concept today, which is the most used in VBA. Let me go to my slide and walk you through. So understand what is event. If I go to my last slide, you see these are the events where our code can be triggered. If you activate a sheet, you want some kind of code to be triggered, or maybe before you saving the file, or before you close the file, open the file, or if you have to activate any sheet, or right click or sheet calculate, deactivate. These are kind of events which we use, or whatever event you call it. Maybe if you double click, you want something should happen when double click happens, or if you want something should happen when you deactivate the sheet. And now let me show you worksheet change event. This is the most used event in VBA, and double click event also used when it comes to formatting or something. So because after these things are implemented or coded, it is easy for any user to make the changes without repeating the task over and over again. So now understand this. If we open the workbook, activate new sheet, double click, insert the new sheet, they're all called event. We can get the code triggered on the basis of event mentioned. Let's see this example, guys. If you activate any sheet, you can see we are welcome. All right, if you deactivate the sheet, hope you enjoyed this day. So you will understand this once we start coding in our Excel file. Let me go to my Excel file. You can see we have 3 sheet available: sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Let me make the changes and rename this sheet 3 to data. So what is the thing? If someone comes to data tab, so the message should come, you're welcome. And if they go to some other tab from data, then message should come, hope you enjoyed this day. Go to Visual Basics editor, and now you can see we have got these things available. We have to do the coding in data tab. So go to data tab, and now here you select worksheet, and you can see by default it comes selection change. Here you have to select activate. So you can remove this syntax, and now you can write MSG box. What we want to write here? MSG box, you are welcome. You are welcome. So that is superb. Just do Control S, and now go to come here. You can see we are getting this message. So once we actually come to this tab, so that's called when we activate the data sheet, we get the message, you are welcome. So now from data, if we go somewhere else, we should get different message. That's the requirement. So again, you go there and click deactivate. Guys, you get this message. So you can just change the message. Hope you enjoyed the stay. Hope you enjoyed the stay. So guys, the objective to tell you about these things so that you will understand why these things are required. Now you see I have written the code in data tab. If I go to sheet 2, you see the message will come. Hope you enjoyed the stay. If you come to data tab, you are welcome. Now you understood. So let me remove this line of code. Otherwise it will not, let us work if we move here and there, because the message actually will keep on coming. If we come to this, all right, now it is not coming because we have removed the code. So now the condition is that wherever I click, it actually the cell should be highlighted. All right, maybe with green, maybe on the data tab. So what you can do, you go to data tab again and then select the required event, selection change. So what you can do, active cell dot interior dot color equal to VB green. All right, and now see that wherever I'm clicking, it is printing green. All right, it is printing green wherever I'm clicking that. So now this is the way where you can actually use your worksheet selection change event. So wherever you are putting this, actually it is happening. All right, So let me remove this line of code and Control X and show you this example. But how we can remove this entire code? Go to data, go to home, and now clear all. If you do clear all, everything will be clear. All right, and now Control Z, everything will come back. Now we don't want color, so maybe clear format. It is okay. Yes. So now you see we have written 3 code. When worksheet is activated, when worksheet is deactivated, when selection is happening. Now we have to write such a code where if we write something like that, right? So you know that column is not stretching. So if I write over there, hello, hi, how are you? How are you? You can see I am fine. What about you? So now you understand what is event. All right. So if you see, event is an action that can trigger the execution of the code. So over there no event is happening. All right, over there no event is happening, but I want, if I write anywhere in the tabs, so that column should stretch automatically. That's the thing. So if I go and write over there, you can see I'm writing something randomly, some keyword. So it doesn't look good. All right, you see it doesn't look good, but I want some code wherever I write in the sheet, the column should auto itself. All right, go to developer tab, Visual Basics. Now when it comes to entire sheet, so you have to go to workbook. All right, and in the workbook you have to select workbook, and now here you have to see sheet change. All right, search if you have sheet change. Again I am shifting to the left and search sheet change. We have, yes, sheet change is this, correct? And close, remove this because by default we don't want. And now sheet change, so columns dot auto fit. All right, this is the code. Now we actually see that nothing is happening, correct? So sheet change columns dot auto fit. All right, if you write this way, see, no, it's not accepting this. Okay, so now, yes, if you write something, if you click somewhere, yes, now it is working, guys. See, if I'm going to my suppose data tab, I'm writing hello, hi, how are you? I hope you are enjoying the worksheet event macros. Now see that I have written this. Once I click somewhere else, you see entire column is stretched. So this is called function. We have columns dot auto fit that will be applied to all the sheets. I hope guys this is wonderful, you enjoyed this. Let me copy this or Control X and go, and first I remove this. All right, and then put this code. So this is activation, this is deactivation, this is selection change, and now this is worksheet change. Globally, wherever you go in the tab, it will be out of it. So you just see what next we are doing. Now let's do something new. If you look at these events we have mentioned over there, so before save, what actually we want, so open, let's work on open event. All right, so I want, when I open this workbook, I want a message, hello, hi, I hope you are fine, or maybe you are welcome message I want. What you can do, go to Visual Basics and Control R. Now go to workbook. So now you see once you click workbook, by default it is open, so you don't need to go and search. Open command is there. All right, so now what you have to write, msg box, you are welcome. All right, so let me close this file. This is the macro, I'm opening this. Now see that message will come. So your welcome message will come because on opening the event, now you see when the file is opened, that message is coming, you are welcome. So I hope guys you understood these events very well, how these events, Alt F11 is the shortcut key to go to the code. Now you see that this is the code which we have written. Let me copy this, Control X, and put it here. So now this is open event. You can do any coding. If you want to call any macro, guys, suppose your macros are putting here, all right? Or if you want to call that macro in the event, you can just write, rather than this message, you can write call macro name, all right? Macro name. So you can write that way. So once the file is opened, that macro will also execute. So this is how event actually works, guys. So now you see activate, deactivation, worksheet change, and sheet change. All are done. Let me tell you one more example. The thing is that if we insert the new sheet, I want index numbers. I want index number to be also spread up to 100. How we can do this task? Go to this workbook, and now select workbook, and now see, insert a sheet, new sheet. So this is actually what we are looking for. Remove this by default workbook open command. And now how you can write this? How you can write this? Because sheet is the object. So let's start with sh dot range a1. All right, and now you can just end with what we have to write, dot value equal to s dot number, serial number. Okay, and now we have to write font dot color equal to vb yellow, and dot, yes. So this part is done, because this actually is the header we are preparing. And what is next now? For I equal to 1 to 100, and next I. All right, and now sh dot range a1 dot offset I comma 0. Guys, what is offset? Offset, actually we are telling over here, from range a1 one row down. So one row down means 0 is the first column, because we want in one column all the values to be spread. So that's why 0 is the first column, that will be constant. I means one row down. So it means, suppose if I'm here, so the value will come here, because I is 1. If I is 2, so I'm telling from A1 2 row downs, 1 and 2. And if I is 3, it will tell from A1 1 2 3 row down. So this is how it works. All right, value equal to I. So we have done this part. Now we have to see that how does it work, guys. All right, Control S. If I go there, now see that, guys, it is magic. So so it is working. Whenever I am inserting a tab, this code is working. So let me just put different color, VB blue, or maybe font dot color. VB. Let me just remove this. We don't need this color. Let me just go to this. Yes. So you can actually select whatever color you need. Maybe you can have dot interior dot color, dot interior dot interior dot color equal to VB blue, and now we can say that dot font dot color equal to VB white. Let's see whether this color you like it or not. Yes, guys, this is superb. So whenever we are activating a sheet, this actually is happening. So this is new style where you can use it in your code. Let me go to my data. This is again we have written. So now you can just see, let me just hide this. This is the code we have written, and this is workbook open event, and this is called new sheet. Whenever new sheet is created, this entire in between code actually runs. All right. So now this is perfect. Let me tell you one more example, guys. Mm, if I write something, suppose on the data tab, if I write something, then something should happen. Why are you writing? So some message should come, or maybe when I write something, maybe I get some message, anything. Okay, how to do that? Go there, go to data tab, and now select the worksheet, and here we have to use change event. All right, worksheet change event. So now what is happening? You have to see MSG box. Hi, what are you writing? Okay, what are you writing? Question mark and ye. So now see, this message will come whenever we write something. All right. So nothing is happening now. Wherever we are clicking, see that nothing is happening. All right. If we click somewhere, nothing is happening. But if I write something, I'm getting a message. Hi, what are you writing? All right. Now you understood the logic. Worksheet change event. When you change something, see, why are you writing? What are you writing? All right. So now I hope, guys, this is also clear to you. Control X. Let me put that code. Worksheet change event. When you write something, when you change something, all right. Or you can do something, when you do something, the formatting should happen. Maybe Control Z. What you can do here, so you can do target dot borders dot line style 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 equal to XL continuous. Okay, because when we change something like so object required target dot borders dot line style equal to XL continuous. So now what is happening here? What is target? Okay, target actually has to be a range. All right. So how we can do that? Target dot borders dot line style equal to this. If I write something, so some kind of, suppose I'm writing something, so something should happen, but object required, the message is coming, but target as a range. So let me just put the breakpoint and MSG box. All right, and see that target dot address. All right, and what message we are getting here? Target dot address. Let me just type something. This is B11. Nothing is happening, guys. Okay, nothing is happening because something we have to type. Suppose I'm typing here, nothing is happening. So what we can do this target dot address and target dot borders to line style. So guys, now the thing is that if we have to write something, we actually want border to be applied. So let me just see the code. If we do something, we write something 1 2 3, we are getting this message C57, which is perfect. So code is going perfect, and now what we can do, this address we can use here and remove this, and here we can use range. All right, range target dot address. So this is our code, guys. Okay, if I write something 2 3 4 5 6, now you see nothing is happening. Okay, nothing is happening. So if I go there, Alt F Control S again, and now if you write something, nothing is happening. Okay, but it is working, guys. It is working. The code is correct, 100% correct. So what you can do here, uh, save this code again, worksheet change. All right, if you just write something, nothing is happening, and if you just close this and open this, sometimes it works. Code is perfectly fine, guys. It will work. And if you write over there, yes, you can see that code is working. I just close the file and reopen. If you write something, so see the border is applied. All right, so guys, this is how you can actually write the code. Let me copy this code and maybe Control X and remove everything. Okay, and now go on top, guys, remove this also, And now this is one segment, this is different code, and this is also new code we have written. So now you can see this code and this code and now this code. Guys, there are lots of things which actually you have to explore, and you have to write with your own style. And this is just a little bit to help you understand better about what is event, where you can write your own code. All right. And now let me do one more exercise. If I double click somewhere, I should get some message. All right. So Control R, and now maybe if I double click somewhere, some kind of formatting should happen. All right. If I double click this, let me rename that tab. Suppose new new sheet. New sheet is the tab. Okay. And if I go there, new sheet. This is the new sheet. And here I want the event should happen on double click. So what you can write before double click, all right? And then you can remove this line of code before double click. What we want before double click. So if you double click, or maybe you can just before double click, before delete. So these are the event. So before double click, what actually we need. If I double click this, I should get the sum. All right, maybe I should get the sum of column A. How we can do this? Guys? Target as range. So now what is target? We have to define the target as range. This is the target, but not wherever you are clicking, that's the target actually. All right, but I want a message to be delivered. So what do you want here? So let me do that. This is actually my range. Let me make it hard code, like SUMRNG. This is my range, guys. So now if I have to use dim sum amount as integer, all right, SUMAMT equal to application dot worksheet function dot sum. Guys, let me tell you something. In Excel file, you can use sum function this way, but in VBA, you have to use this way. All right, application dot worksheet function dot sum. See, I tell you the logic. If you use any function, suppose you are using mid function. If you get the argument, so it can be used simply the way we use in Excel file. Okay. Sorry, if you are not getting the argument, suppose mid you are getting the argument, you can see string start as long and length, but we are using VLOOKUP, so you are not getting the argument. So it means you have to use that function with application.worksheet function.sum. So that's actually the point. So here we want sum, and what was the range? Sum RNG. Copy this range, go there, and now you have to use RNG range, and inside that sum RNG. All right, and now let's see what value you are getting. If you just double click this, and now if you press F8, what message you're getting? 5050. All right, you can see that you can hover over this amount, 5050, and if you just click this, Control Shift down, you can see the status bar, sum 5050. All right, and now see, this is the range which we have defined. Can we do something, or maybe remove the range, or the size of the range we can change? So again, you have to do Control F3. Go to Control F3, sum range. You can actually make as much as possible. Maybe you want 1 lakh, maybe 100,000 or whatever. All right. So this is actually the scenario. Close that. And now your sum range, you can say sum range. If you go to the down, you can see we have this much. So the range is up to 100,000 rows it can select. So if you have some more data, you can see the result. Nothing is happening, guys. Okay, if you see again before double click, so now MSG box, I want some amount to be printed. You can see 5050. All right, if I go to the down and add maybe 200, so now the value should be 5,250. So now see that 5,250. All right. And if you write some more value, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you want to write, you can see that. Now understand, this is amazing function. All right. Now we are getting overflow. All right. What does it mean, overflow? Because if you write some amount integer, so some amount integer means this is some amount. Some amount means if you just click this, overflow. So what is some amount? You can say this is the sum amount. If you go towards up, the 39818, guys, now it will be long. Understand why I'm doing that? Because you can say, because integer has the value. And now if I do Control Z, and now if you go to the very down and see what was the total earlier before that last amount, 5250. All right. So 5250 was the total. 5250 was the total. Now we have added this. Now see the total is 39818. Okay. So if we want to maybe 29,000. Okay. Let's see. Will that work? No, it's still overflow. So keep on reducing something so that you will understand what I'm doing. Now see that value is still overflow because the total will be too much. 28,533, right? Now see the total, 33,250. So if you make it 27,000, and now see again what message you are getting. Remove this and now see that 32,250. So it has accepted this well, 32,250. All right. So now if you make it 28,000, you are getting error because overflow is happening. So now understand 27,500. Again, you see that 32,750. All right, 32,750. So 32,767. If you do 2 power 15, so this is the limit, 32,768. So now what is the total now? If you see that total is 32750. So 32750 is the total. And now add 17 also. And now let's see, it is accepting because this is the limit of integer value. All right, which actually integer can store. And if you make one more extra, now see the message, overflow. Understood? Now you got the point. Integer can have only this much value. Now first you turn off this design mode and double click 32767. So that's why you have to be very careful when you define such things. So you have to give long, and now you see and remove everything and double click this 32767. So wherever you click, suppose you are putting some more values. Okay, so if you have such kind of data, double click, what is the total? 89,444. And if you just select this entire column, this is the total down. I hope guys you understood this double click event also, and you enjoyed the session. And we have covered some important worksheet event which can be very useful in your day-to-day task, and use that. Enjoy the day. Thank you very much guys for joining the session. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.